So we're
Oh,
good.
all right.
So hey everybody, my name's Phil Kohler. You guys probably know who I am. I'm on the internet, and I'm being joined for this stream by Nayan Ramachandran. Did I say that right? Did I get it?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Great.
that's perfect.
So you are involved with localization at Playism, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm English localization and marketing.
Okay, great. And one of the games that Playism is involved with is, of course, as people can see right now, La-Mulana, which is hitting Steam very soon. What, like a week now?
Yeah, it's like 6 days. It comes out on the 15th.
That's exciting. I've always been interested in this game. I've heard nothing but good things. Actually, I went home for home. I say I went back to Minnesota for Christmas last year, and met up with some of my friends from Game Informer. And one of my friends over there was telling me, he was like, "You need to play this game, Phil. You would love La-Mulana." So it's always been on my list of things I need to get to.
Yeah, it's I think the reason why I think it's like such an awesome game is that Takumi Naramura, who's like the main director for Nagora, the guys who made La-Mulana, like one of his biggest things, and he even talked about this at his GDC talk like a couple weeks ago. Like he was talking about the fact that he absolutely loves the fact that the game is so difficult that he gets to he watches LPs, like he religiously watches LPs of people playing this game, and he's like, I love to dine on players' tears. Like he literally said that.
So it's like the people who make Dark Souls, basically. It's that same
Absolutely.
attitude. All right, well, let's start up here. I'll get into it, and we'll see how long it takes me to die this first time. All right, here we are. I have a whip. I can jump. The jumping in this game definitely feels a little unique. I played around just like for 10 minutes last night, and you definitely have to kind of get a feel for it. Because you have some air control, but not like full control once you're in the air.
Yeah, you still have to kind of commit to.
It's like there's momentum to it, which is really interesting. Okay, let's go in this tent and see what's going on in here. I'm not going to read this to people because I believe you guys can read. I believe in you.
I believe in the education system.
Mm-hmm. So he's sending us to some runes. And he's giving us a weight?
Oh yeah, so weights are like a big thing. Like if you look in the upper right, you have like coins and weights. The weight
Okay,
is
yeah.
the brown looking thing. It's exactly what you think it is. Like in like true Indiana Jones style, you put a weight on something and it like releases like triggers a trap or something. Weights are like
I have a laptop.
Oh yeah, you have a laptop too. That's gonna be really
Right.
useful as well.
Let's check this out. So, looks like there's a whole list of apps that we can install, like turn on or off, basically.
Yeah. If you go into your menu real quick,
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
and you just go to your software, yeah, like you'll have your mailer installed, and then you could basically like as you buy or unlock more software, you can like add it to your memory, and you have like a limited amount of memory.
All right, let's. I guess I should check out these other tents since I got stuff from that one. Maybe I'll get stuff from here. Aha, there's a store, and I have 0 monies.
You might want to come back here in just a couple seconds, though.
Yep, 0 monies. So should I go left or right? Is really the next question.
Actually, go left, and I'll show you something real quick that's like super helpful.
All right. New screen, new tents, and a new email. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. I'm like 5 seconds behind, so this could be kind of interesting.
Yeah, you might be giving me advice for things that I've already failed, which will be good. Why don't you try to get hold of the shell horn? Alright. Okay. Alright, hot springs. Somebody tells me to go to hot springs.
Yeah, so if you head left, like all the way left, There's the hot springs. It's like a little. It's really it's actually like really tiny, but it's where you heal.
Okay. I can't afford any of that, but there's some new software in there, so maybe one day. Oh god, enemies. Okay,
I believe in you, Phil.
That enemy dropped money. I like that. I need money. What are the green things that the enemies drop?
So those are experience, and the experience you collect, basically when you get the total amount of experience that you need for the level, it'll increase, if I remember correctly, it increases your life. And the experience that you need is the exact same amount as the amount of life you have.
Okay.
Like, yes, you need 32 experience total to level up, and then as you increase, it'll get higher and higher, and it'll take longer.
Oh, somebody's telling somebody. Thanks to EkBRBMRP in the chat who said break the jars. I didn't realize what those were.
Oh yeah, you still those are good source of money.
Some money. All right, so I'm in some hot springs here. That hot springs are refilling your health. Is that what that's for?
Yeah, hot springs are for refilling your health. It's basically the one reliable way to heal, and eventually you'll get a way to like warp back to town, so you'll be able to use the hot spring if you're low on health.
Should I go up here? Or should I not?
Do it, man.
Let's
go up there.
Let's explore. That's a giant bird. I'm gonna ignore him. Oh, there's a lot more of them over here. I got a weight. That bird dropped a weight. Bird, what are you doing carrying that? It's not. Is there a way to read this sign? I feel like if there is, I can't figure it out.
It should be down, up or down.
Oh god. I think this is the monster that person in the tent just mentioned, and this is not. I'm not even affecting it. I got out of there.
Yeah, so it'll be a long time before you fight this guy. So I just wanted to scare you a little.
Something to look forward to, I guess. Oh gosh. Is this like a vulture? It looks kind of like a vulture to me.
Yeah, it looks a lot like a vulture.
Oh boy, this is just a giant cliff. I don't want to go over there. Oh boy, Oh, okay. Is there not fall damage?
There is not fall damage, though if you fall and land on some spikes, that would definitely hurt.
Sure. I expected fall damage, so I was worried. But, I seem to be doing alright. Oh, oops. Definitely a lot of people in the chat room telling me that I am doomed to die.
It's all part of the experience, Phil.
So that's good. I'm glad that you guys are on my side. Apparently, Yin says there's a mod you can get that does instant death fall damage.
I feel like that's a mod that you need to download.
Oh, this is to save. Okay. Well, that's... Alright.
Oh yeah, so you can... And actually, eventually you'll get an item that allows you to warp between each of those save spots.
Alright.
So that's how you get back to town once you get really deep in.
Dustbuster believes in me. He says that he bets that I can beat this without dying. So that's my goal.
I'm in for that. That sounds like good action. I'll put some money down on that.
Wait, which side are you putting money on? Oh no. Oh. If there was fall damage, I would certainly have died by now, so I should be thankful for that.
Thank for small mercies. Oh yeah. Dear. Yeah, that's that fall thing where if you just fall off the edge, you just don't have no like air control. That's just one thing that happens in this game a lot. You actually get really used to like just jumping like right off the very tippy edge, just so you have some air control as you're falling.
So this is the kind of thing where I'd want to put a weight down, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh boy. Oh, jeez.
But you probably don't want to do that yet, right?
I already did.
Oh no. No, actually, it's fine. It's fine. You're just going all the way down in. But you can still climb back out. Because if you remember correctly, you or Zelpud sent you an email about the Shellhorn, which actually is like, it's going to get really frustrating if you don't get that.
Okay, I'm gonna follow that advice. So this is the type of game also where I'm asking here because I don't know. Is it the type of game where, you know, if let's say I make it down into the dungeon, into these ruins, I'm quite a ways down, haven't saved since I left town, and I die. There's no checkpoints or anything. It's not gonna like. It starts me where I saved.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. This is like if you. And I'm pretty sure, Phil, that I know you well enough to think that you are like most people who play video games, which is you are totally OCD about saving.
Yes.
But if you weren't that person already, this game will make you OCD about saving.
So this is where I'm going to want the weight?
Yeah, so you can use the weight over on that platform right to your right.
How do I...
So yeah, it's like it's... Oh, you whip it to open it.
Oh. Easy enough. Shellhorn. Alright, what is the Shellhorn?
So if you go into your items, it'll actually tell you what it is.
Plays a strange melody when you solve mysteries.
That's it. All it does, it's a Zelda chime. You just got a Zelda chime in the game. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so I mean, like, that's the thing, though, is that there are times... Yeah, absolutely. You'll do things, and if you don't have the Shellhorn, then you'll be like, I have no idea if I just solved a puzzle or not.
Okay, let's, I think I got an email. There's a large waterfall right outside the village, and I just wanted to warn you not to jump in for fun. Alright. That seems fair.
Yeah, unfortunately, I never had a chance to work on La-Mulana for this localization. I actually joined Playism after this came out.
Okay.
But my boss, Josh Weatherford, was the one who actually did, I think, pretty much like 95 to 100% of the translation. He did a really good job.
And tell me a little bit about Playism, because I don't know much about the company.
Playism is actually like, it is essentially like the independent digital distribution arm of a larger company called Active Gaming Media. And essentially, the whole idea behind Playism is to basically bring like independent Japanese games to the West, and digital distribution is basically the best way to do that.
Okay.
And it's sort of two ways. It actually Playism started out on the Japanese side, where we wanted to bring Western independent games to Japan, and there's not much of a digital distribution bent to Japanese gaming. Like, not a lot of people do that kind of thing. There's like Steam has like very few users in Japan. It's kind of an unknown. So that was our first mission, was to bring like Western games to Japan. And then once we started doing that, we decided, like, why don't we start bringing Japanese games to the West? And like La-Mulana is basically the biggest game that we've worked on so far. Sure. And there's other games that we have in the works as well.
I think that's really cool too, because I feel like you know, from the little I know about the Japanese, like the independent game development scene in Japan, is that it's starting to grow. It's starting to get really cool, and there's a lot of really cool stuff coming out. And that's the kind of stuff that there needs to be a company that's actually bringing that stuff to the U.S.
No question. I think there's like
it's not going to come on its own. You know, these aren't like big enough companies or big enough developers that they're going to be able to bring it over on their own.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And a lot of these, like the thing is, like one of the things that a lot of people don't realize with a lot of these Japanese independent companies is that like, not only do they just not know what's available in the West in terms of like distribution, but especially Steam. Steam is like they're starting to change that now. They want to make some big improvements, but Steam doesn't actually have documentation for Greenlight or for distribution or publishing or anything in Japanese. So if you're a Japanese developer or indie developer and you don't have an English arm and you want to bring stuff to Steam, you just have like no way of doing it because it's just impossible. There's no translation for it. So like that's one thing that we've been doing is basically acting as like a midway between a lot of these devs so that they can actually get their stuff on Steam.
Cool. That's very cool. So I'm in a new area now, the Gate of Guidance.
Oh yeah, so that's like basically the first area of the game. I think it's fair to say that.
And there are skeletons here, which I don't like. I'm not a fan of the undead.
If I remember correctly, you can actually you can read. Can you? I think you can read the. Oh, did you buy the scanner? I actually
no.
think I missed it.
I haven't bought anything. Although I do have some money. So at some point, if I want to go back, I should be able to actually start affording some stuff.
EKB's right. There's also Carpe Fulgur, who does localization for a lot of Japanese indie stuff. They're awesome. Like Space Trade CF.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was lucky enough to meet him at GDC. It was great.
Yeah, he's really cool. So they're doing some awesome stuff, and I think it's just awesome that there are more and more groups that want to get into bringing this stuff over.
Yeah, it's just there's tons of representation for Western indie games now, but there's not a lot of people paying attention to Japanese indie games yet in the US. So I'm happy to see that changing.
Yeah, I think it'll change over time. I think we need to show that it's more than just a bunch of shmups, you know?
Totally.
Like I think that's what a lot of people think.
Not that shmups are bad.
No, I love shmups, but I think
you
it's
hate
like,
shmups. I mean, we can talk about that.
I hate them. I hate them all. That's purely the reason, Phil, why the only reason I turn on my 360 is to play cave shooters, because I hate shmups.
Oh god. I'm almost dead. Oh boy. I made a horrible mistake.
I'm sure in about a second. Oh, yeah, I just saw it.
Is that... Did I do anything worthwhile there? Was that worth doing, or was it just a trap?
It's just a trap.
God damn. Well, I almost have enough of those green things collected to refill my health. Oh boy. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I mean, I do like the game.
You just don't like the tension you're going through right now?
The situation I'm in right now may not be the best. Let's see what's in this chest. I got a map! So that's good. But I don't think I can read it yet. Oh god. Oh, fuck. I made a bad life decision, and you're about to see it happen.
I can't wait to see what happens. Oh no! Why?
Well, all right. Let's get back in. Let's keep going.
So I think was your last save way inside? It was, or was that second save spot?
I'm inside right now.
Inside Gate of Guidance. If I wonder if you could head back, probably want to get a scanner. I would say now that you have some cash.
Yeah, I will head back towards town, and that's going to let me read some of the runes.
Yeah, it's like all the tombstones, and then some of the skeletons that are leaning against walls will have like notes in their hands.
Okay.
I think that the most awesome part about the notes that the skeletons have is that, I don't know, you'll notice that they're actually written as if they wrote them while they were dead. Like, you're like, what? Like, it's like
Sure.
really weird. They don't write them like, this is the last thing I ever wrote before I died. They're like, oh yeah, I'm totally dead and I'm stuck down here. I'm like, wait, how did you write this?
That was kind of a cool thing. Not that the recent Castlevania that came out for 3DS, which was not a great game, but one of the cool things they had in the lore in that game was essentially that anyone who died in the castle, like essentially had a note magically created that like recorded their thoughts at the time of death.
Yeah.
So
and that's
it kind of offered you like a little like hint at what was coming or stuff like that. It seemed like a cool thing. I thought like could have been put to good use in a better game.
I do appreciate that in La-Mulana they don't bother explaining it.
Is it okay? So the scanner that's one of the things for my laptop.
No, it's going to be an item actually, so you'll be able
Okay.
to equip it.
Say buckler, waterproof case. That seems useful though.
The waterproof case will be so that you can use your laptop when you're in water. I'd skip it for now.
Hand scanner.
Yeah, you want the hand scanner, and I think the Yagoo map reader, I think is what you want.
Alright, let's... Research is necessary is the name of this email. Alright, cool. Oh, this is just the hot spring person. I don't need that. I already know about your hot springs.
Tell me about the hot springs of your people.
So glyph reader I don't want yet. Yagoo map reader is more important right now. Yeah.
I mean, in the end, yeah. I mean, for now, I think the glyph reader will translate tablets that you can't read right now, and the map reader lets you use maps. They're both useful, to be honest. Not a bad idea to go out, get some cash, and then come back.
Okay, so I equipped the scanner. How do I use that?
It's the item button, which should be. You're using a 360 controller.
Yes.
I think it's B, I want to say. Or, no, sorry. In the case of the scanner, I think you just hit down in front of tablets and stuff.
Okay, cool. It's definitely, I'm noticing, does not take a long time to get a feel for the jumping. I'd kind of worried about it, because it is a very, like... I've been playing a lot of platformers lately, and it has a definitely its own unique feel compared to most platformers. But
Oh, yeah,
I'm
no
getting
question.
a feel for it pretty quickly. Let's see if I can read this. Oh, here we go. This doesn't sound good. Alright. It's ominous.